Hello poker fans, and welcome to our channel. This video will be particularly handy for those of you who are just learning to play one of the world's most popular card games. To achieve success in anything, you have to learn how it works, and poker is no exception. Today, we'll be looking at the 5 most common mistakes beginners make that keep them from improving. But before we do, be sure to subscribe to our channel and enable notifications so you don't miss out on new videos. Also, don't forget to watch our previous video, where you'll see why the strongest combination doesn't always win in poker. Let's get started. Number 5. Playing above bankroll. A bankroll is the amount of money you bring to the poker room. Some novices mistakenly believe that playing with a higher limit will help them win more and faster, but it may turn otherwise. This approach will lead you to quickly losing your entire bankroll and new deposit. Poker Time teaches you the theory while Pokerist puts those skills to use. Learn to play poker with a tutor, complete quests with friends, participate in MTT tournaments and win prizes. Follow the link in the comments and get free chips. Before starting a game, determine how much you're willing to part with, and use this information to know what your limit is. The limit, or buy-in, is the maximum amount you start with at a cash table, or the amount you need to pay to participate in a tournament. Experienced players recommend having at least 30 buy-ins for a cash game and 100 buy-ins or more for tournament poker. So, you'll need at least $60 to play at a table with a $2 buy-in and $100 bankroll for $1 tournaments. This approach will allow you to play a more relaxed game, as the risk of losing money won't keep you from making good decisions. Most importantly, it'll give you a chance to play more and improve. Number 4. Playing with too many hands. When we watch parts of our live broadcasts, compilations of games, or even movies where they play poker, we get the impression that there is much more action than there actually is. If you're getting one bad hand after another, don't give in to the temptation to play with them. This doesn't mean that you have to wait for only premium hands, like a pair of aces, a pair of kings, or ace-king. However, you can safely pass the downright weak cards, like Jack-6, Queen-4, King-5, and Ace-7. When you're just starting out, try to enter the game only with strong hands. Number 3. Disregarding position. Your position at the table is very important. Many beginners pay no attention to this, and it can cost them a lot of money. The key thing to remember is that, on the pre-flop, the last word goes to the blinds players, and the big blind ends chip trading. But on the post-flop, the small blind player is the first to make a decision. Let's take a closer look at the pre-flop. When we're in the early or middle positions, we should know that the other players may top our bet, or even go all in. That's why, as a rule, we enter the pot only with very strong hands from the early positions. Otherwise, we'll be constantly giving away our chips. The later your position, the more flexible you can be about the strength of your hand. But don't forget the previous point on our list. Don't play overly weak hands, even on the button. Number 2. Playing too passively. If you have a hand you're willing to enter the pot with, then don't let the blinds players see the flop for free. This way, you can avoid unpleasant situations. When you're ready to play the pot, the standard bet should be from 2 to 3 big blinds. If you enter the game with a premium hand and reach the top pair with a top kicker, don't play passively. Place a continuation bet, meaning a bet on the flop after raising pre-flop. Playing passively on the post-flop lets your opponents build stronger hands for free. If you're confident in the strength of your hand, make a bet. This won't guarantee you success 100% of the time, but it'll significantly reduce the risks. Number 1. Rushing into a decision. Often, when novice players get strong hands at the beginning of the game, they believe it's impossible for them to lose, and wind up losing a lot of chips. In this case, we were ahead from the pre-flop to the turn. But poker is a very dynamic game. Don't forget that. You have to stay focused and keep analyzing the situation. Once we get the all-in, it's worth seriously considering what our opponent might have, since we lose to any hand with an ace. No one is rushing you. Set your emotions aside and just think for a bit. Analyze the hand. As a rule, these kinds of losses lead to another problem all poker players face: tilt. It's a state we enter where we can't make good decisions. We already touched on this topic in one of our earlier videos, so definitely go check it out. We can't give you all the secrets to playing poker in just one video, but if you follow these simple tips, then you'll start seeing results. The next time you sit at a poker table, whether it's real or virtual, remember what you learned here today. Good luck!